Yo, big up the stream chat. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate you. Like the stream if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel down below if you're also enjoying it. Big up ASN. Is that true? Breaking news. Feds picked up Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon, and Big U. Are you for real? Are you for? Is that regarding the Nipsey Hussle situation? Let's see if that's true. Big up ANSNMM. Is that true? There's always been rumors surrounding Bricc Baby as association or links, or maybe it's to do with the thingy-majiggy guy, innit? What's his name? The other kid, I forgot his fucking name. Maybe that's to do with that shoot that happened at the petrol station. Let's see what happens. Let me log on my Twitter. Let me see if this is true. Wow. Oh my God. Operation Drawdown. Whoa. Oh my God. That is crazy. Wasn't Luce Cannon recently just on No Jumper wanting to fight Wack 100? Yo, Wack 100's got to chill out, bro. Wack 100's got to chill out. Wack 100 has to chill out. Courtesy of Academics TV. Jesus Christ. Bricc Baby, Big U and Luce Cannon all arrested in the Rolling 60s Crip takedown. By the way, that pastor, who that guy is, the barber, whoever that guy is that got beaten down by Luce Cannon, he's probably really happy now. He's probably popping bottles. That guy that got fucking rushed, that got jumped by Luce Cannon and everybody else outside No Jumper. He's probably super happy to see this happen. God almighty. Is this a Rico? Yeah, look at that. Operation Drawdown. They arrested somebody called Ronnie Mack, Lamont Green, Frederick Blaughton, Blueface. Oh, there's another Blueface. JJ, Luce Cannon, Bricc Baby, Big U, Bear Claw. Yeah. There's a girl here called Armani something. There's a white boy here. Is that a white boy? No, this is okay. I didn't know they had Hispanics in Rolling 60s. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know they had Hispanics in the Rolling 60s. There's a guy here called Brian Pereira Mejia. There's another guy here called, is that called? Is it Grimmy or German or Grimsky? Zachary Garcia, Baven Biggins, Oh my God, Tiffany, and another girl too. There's a couple of girls in the Rolling 60s. Okay, cool. Let me see this. Is there an article that kind of tells the whole story? This is kind of wild, bro. And if you don't know, Big U is Wack 100. Are they brothers or associates? I think they used to be associates. They fell out. They're all in the Rolling 60s, which is Nipsey Hussle's former gang. So I'm not too sure if this is proof that Nipsey, if he was alive, would have got taken down too. I'm not really too sure. I'm not sure what this is what the reason for this is. But let's see if I can read an article. Does any read the articles? No articles. No articles here. Okay, cool. Let me check online. Let's see here. Let's write Rolling 60s. Crips. Let's see what happens. Department of Justice.gov. Let's see this. The first racketeering. Is this the one? Big U. Is this the Big U one? Big U? Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. Here it is. Here's the article. Here's the article. Big up ANSN. Appreciate you, brother. And if you're listening to this after the fact as well, make sure that you do subscribe to my channel on YouTube, where I do stream these podcasts live. But obviously, I make them audio available for everybody else. But if you want to talk to me live while I'm recording it, jump in the chat, get involved. Long-time Rolling 60s Crips leader and show business entrepreneur charged in federal complaint alleging racketeering crimes. God damn it. A longtime leader of the South Los Angeles-based Rolling 60s Crip street gang, who's also an entertainment entrepreneur and self-proclaimed community activist, has been charged in federal complaint alleging he ran a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an inspiring rap musician. Is this about thingy-majiggy? Is this about Thingy? Who's the guy that got shot? Oh, the Lil Durk thing. Is this to do with that? I forgot the kid's name. The guy that got shot that Lil Durk was beefing with at the petrol station. Because I remember people saying that Bricc Baby was involved in it in some regard. I wonder if this is part of it. Eugene Henley Jr., 58, also known as Big U of Hyde Park neighborhood of South Los Angeles, is charged in a complaint for conspiracy violation, the racketeer influence and corrupt organization Rico Act. Oh my God. 2 other alleged members of the criminal enterprise, including Vay of Northridge and Mark Martin Bearclaw of Berrywood, Los Angeles, were arrested today. The same criminal complaint. So I guess those 2 guys, Sylvester Robinson, 59, Vay, and Mark Martin, 50, Bearclaw, are the leaders, are maybe the sub-leaders of this Rolling 60s Crips. I'm not going to lie, man. I'm not going to lie. But Big U, he's nearly 60 years old. Being a leader of a gang at the age of 60 is not really cool, is it? I'm not going to lie. Surely there's a way to kind of pass that down and let the younger kids kind of take it over, and you just take a back seat and kind of collect the money and shit. Like taking part, calling shots, being the main guy of a gang in your 60s? I wouldn't, especially if you got to your 60s. If you got to your 60s, surely you should be like, okay, cool, I got here. I didn't get arrested, I didn't get killed. This is a miracle. Let me just bow out gracefully and let the kids who are about this life, who are more, you know, on the fucking streets and shit, let them do this. This is wild. This is going to shake up the West Coast, bro. It's going to get everybody to behave because they've been running a bit too loosey-goosey anyway. They need to chill out. A lot of these guys who have like channels. I'm looking at the fucking Ace Boys. All these guys who are liking stuff who are getting a little bit too rowdy. They need to relax and stop bringing a lot of negative attention towards themselves and just keep doing this content thing. Work your job, do this content thing, make your money and keep it moving, because this gang thing, man, shit. Imagine getting picked up on your 60s. God damn it. Robinson and Martin are expected to make their initial appearances in the afternoon, and Henley is considered a fugitive. So one of them is on the run. Okay. The allegations in the complaint unsealed today reveal a criminal enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, human trafficking and fraud, all led by a supposed anti-gang activist and a purported music entrepreneur who is nothing more than a violent street criminal. Jesus Christ. Big words from acting United States Attorney Joseph McNally. Eliminating gangs, organized crime is the Department of Justice's top priority. Today's charges and arrests target the leaders of this criminal outfit and will make the neighborhoods of Los Angeles safer. I'm grateful for the work of the prosecutors and law enforcement partners. So they're trying to say that Big U was trying to appear like he was a man of the people. He was a community activist trying to bring people together, when in actual fact, that was all a mask, that was all a ruse, which is obvious anyway, isn't it? We didn't, you know, that's obvious. If you're really paying attention, you know that these guys are not, you know, they're not as squeaky clean as they purport to be. But Jesus Christ, it continues. The lead defendant and others in this case have for too long gotten away with violent acts, stealing money from taxpayers and well-intentioned donors, whether they use intimidation tactics or would influence as rehabilitated original gangsters, said Akil Davis, the assistant director of charge of FBI's Los Angeles field office. The FBI, our partners, have worked for 4 years to bring justice to this case and will continue to rule out this kind of criminal behavior plaguing the streets of Los Angeles. 4-year investigation. They've been watching them for 4 years. And in that 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that around the time that Nipsey died and shit? So a lot of dramas happened because the fallout, RIP Nipsey, has been pretty big in it when it comes to Nipsey dying. So they've been watching these guys for 4 years. God almighty. They've got so much dirt on them. Especially with the amount of streams they've been on, the amount of Instagram lives, the amount of fucking clubhouses, the amount of Twitter spaces. Ay, 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 ay. In total, law enforcement in the last 24 hours arrested 10 Rolling Six Crips members, associates who are charged with various federal crimes, including drug trafficking, racketeering conspiracies, firearms offenses. 4 defendants allegedly already were in custody. Law enforcement is seeking a whereabouts of 5 other respondents. 3 of them are expected to be in custody shortly. 2 defendants, including Henley, are considered fugitives. So some of them have been picked up, some of them haven't. Let me actually see Bricc Baby's fucking Instagram. What's Bricc Baby's Instagram saying? Has he uploaded it? Let's see if he's got his last Instagram story. Oh, Bricc Baby, man. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. He's been enjoying that no jumper check, popping his shit. Like, now he can never fight Wack. Now Bricc Baby is never going to be able to fight Wack anymore. Let's see what Bricc Baby's last Instagram post is like. What did he post on here? What was his last Instagram post? Bricc Baby's last post was 27 hours ago. Him with Ralphie the Plug, Desto Dub, and Draco the Ruler. A throwback picture. He's got a clip here from Josh Jumper 20 hours ago. And another post here from 18 hours ago. Was the last post from Bricc Baby. 18 hours ago. He was legitimately just on No Jumper News with Luce Cannon the other day. Just on No Jumper News with Luce Cannon the other day. Fucking hell. That is wild, bro. How about Big U? Is Big U on here? Let's see Big U's Instagram. What about Big U's Instagram? Let's see. Big U's Instagram. I don't know why they say Big U's son. Big U's son I think is a football player if I'm not mistaken, right? Is that the truth? I think Big U's son is like a very well regarded phenom sort of football player, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Big U's, look at Big U's Instagram. Man of the community. Man of the community. I don't think so, brother. Unfortunately, I don't think so. Man of the community. What's the last post he put up on here? Look at these posts. Very positive, to be fair. Very, very positive posts he has on here. What's this one here?
Saying Jesus was black?
We're not saying it. It's what has been written up until the Nicene Conference of Bishops in 325, when Rome, under the order of Constantine, the Roman emperor, ordered the 219 bishop at Nicaea, and they took away Christianity from the Africans. Just remember that before they said Jesus was born in a manger in Bethlehem, they said he was born in a cave in Ethiopia. It was at the Nicene Conference that changed that. Let's go further. Wait a minute.
So hilarious the things he's got on his Instagram. Let's see the other post he's got on his Instagram.
Very dangerous.
What's this one? If you want to be one, you need to be in the room when educational conversation happens. There's Big U.
An incredibly tough and sad movie. In the night, I was
at some sort of conference or something about directing men or something.
Alone in a condo, lost in a condo. In the night, I picked up.
It's funny that these gangsters, these street guys, they think they can dupe the police, or they can dupe these fucking, you know what I mean? It's like you can't dupe them. You can't pull the wool over their eyes. Lil Doug did the same thing before he got wrapped up in it. Like got really into his religious stuff, was doing a lot of stuff with the community, was talking about not doing any violent type of music, squashing beefs allegedly. It doesn't matter, man. Like they've been watching you for time. They know who you really are. You might fool the public with your PR, but the feds are never going to be fooled, and it's only a matter of time. You have to just quit it outright. You can't live a double life, especially if you're like, I never understood the prominent figure, the prominent public figure. Like you're bringing too much attention to yourself. Like you're a public figure, you're an influencer in some regard. You get loads of views, you're talking all the time. You're just bringing too much, like even if you're doing dirt, surely doing the dirt, you should just do the dirt. But I guess nowadays with social media, everyone's kind of addicted to the dopamine hit of fucking fame and shit. But if you're doing dirt, you're doing crime, you should dedicate your life to that and maybe keep off social media. But you can't do the same things at once and think you're not going to get called out or caught out, you know? Another post here featuring, I guess, one of his artists. I guess it's an artist he's probably managing.
The song right here is called We Can Make It. I hope y'all like it. Let's go.
This guy sounds good, I'm not gonna lie.
You got a text from babe, said she's not okay. Now you're on your way. You're trying to get your story straight. What you gonna say? Please don't leave. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this guy's good. I quite like this. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to like this and come to like this later. This is fucking good. But yeah, man. Now this kid's about representation. Right? Whoever this guy is, he's about representation. Now his manager, Big U, very prominent in the LA streets, very prominent in LA media, in LA industry, music industry, is now unable to help him out. Now he's fucking shit out of luck. You see how it costs a lot of people. Not only him, it's going to cost this guy his career and kind of, you know, maybe stumble some things as well. Next post here from Big U. The school is in fact safe. Crenshaw High. Something happened down the street from Crenshaw. Not inside, no front, in front of the school.
No, y'all heard about the incident, supposedly.
Supposedly, you know what happened, bro. You know what happened, man. You've been wrapped up in a Rico. They're alleging you're a leader of a gang, bro. You know exactly what happened, supposedly. Supposedly.
Down the street from Crenshaw High School. They asked me to go live to let everybody know the incident happened down the street.
The voice of the community. They wanted me to go live. The voice of the people. The voice of the Crenshaw streets. God almighty, man. What a shame. And let's go to Instagram stories. What's his last Instagram story here from Big U? 14 hours ago. He made an Instagram story about, what's that about? Grief. Join us next Thursday for some sound vibrations. Unfortunately, he won't be there. A mental health series, sound sessions for the Hearst, grief support. grief grief support. Honestly, man, the double life. He probably caused people to have grief. Allegedly, you'd assume, right? He probably, his actions or by his instructions or by his directives, he probably caused mad people to have grief. Mad people to go without family members, mad people to set up GoFundMes, to have airbrush t-shirts and shit, put wings on people that they loved. Like, this double life is fucking funny, man. What a fucking horror. What a fucking horror. Going back to the article. According to the affidavit filed in a criminal complaint filed on Monday and until today, from 2010 to present, Henley's criminal group, which is Big U, identified in court documents as Big U's enterprise, operated as a mafia-like organization that utilized Henry's stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s, and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in Los Angeles. What Henley, widely regarded as leader, rose to prominence in the street gangs in 1980s. So hold on. Hold on. If I've got this correct, is this Rico because somebody in the community, like a business owner, a community member, snitched and said enough is enough? I'm not gonna get fucking taxed anymore. I'm not gonna get extorted anymore. Is that what happened? Somebody, a local community person, maybe somebody that owns a restaurant or whatever, who maybe, you know, I'm assuming they were maybe hired Big U's people to be security for a restaurant or a nightclub. They had enough of getting taxed. Big U started increase, because these guys, that's how they are. They get greedy. They start taxing you for 5%, then they get greedy and start wanting 10, then 50%, then suddenly they want ownership of the club. Do you know what I mean? They want to start running it. So I think somebody had enough and just snitched, and now the whole cars came tumbling down. Which is also kind of fucked up, by the way. You shouldn't be fleecing your own community. What happened to how gangs were back in the day? Especially mafia type ones where they looked after everybody. Where they kind of police their own community. You don't fleece, you don't kind of extort people that were within your own community. People that you kind of grew up with. That's not really the way to go. And in the end, you pay the ultimate price. If that's what I'm able to kind of deduce from this. While the Big U enterprise at times partnered with Rolling 60s and other criminal elements for mutual benefit, the article says, the Big U enterprise is a distinct and independent criminal organization engaged in criminal activity including murder, extortion, robbery and trafficking, and exploiting sex workers, fraud and illegal gambling. That's obvious with the street, with the dice and stuff. The fraud is also an obvious thing. Sex working also is obvious because of OnlyFans sort of things and the amount of strip clubs and unlicensed places they have. But God almighty, this should be a big wake-up call. I hope the Ace Boys, I hope fucking, whatchamacallit, I hope the Back on Fig people, I hope Wack and his, what's his name? The guy from the other fucking podcast. I hope all these people wake up and realize what's going on and start moving accordingly and just focus on the content, man. Just focus on the content. It's not that deep. Please, it's not that deep. I forgot who's the other guy? The other guy that hangs around with TDE as well. He's got his streams. What's it? Macwop. I hope Macwop, Ace Boys, Back on Fig, everybody has a wake-up call and realizes what's going on and just focuses on the fucking podcast. Obviously, the No Jumper people, it's whatever, you know. Adam 22 is the feds, essentially. But I don't want to get involved in that because it's not his fault that gang members want to come on his platform and yap away. So I'm not going to really blame Adam 22 for this. It's same thing with like Vlad. Vlad TV, I think, gets a lot of unnecessary blame because people kind of attribute him to being a snitch and being a fed or whatever it may be, or being the police. But essentially, goons are ready and willing to go there and basically tell all their business. And it's not his fault that he's got the camera. Just shut the fuck up. You don't need to tell your business. So, you know, people are going to keep doing that because No Jumper is a big platform. And some people are going to see it as an opportunity because Bricc Baby's gone now. Luce Cannon's gone now. Wack 100 probably might go, you know, if he decides to kind of pull back because it's too bait. This is a big deal, you know. For example, in January 2021, Henley, what? Is Henley Big U? That's what this, what? They're saying he murdered somebody. For example, in 2021, Henley Big U murdered a victim identified in the affidavit as RW, an inspired musician signed to Unique Music, Henley and Martin's music label. Shortly before RW's murder, Henley and Unique Music paid RW to travel to Las Vegas to record music at Grammy Award-winning producer studio. But what? Who the fuck is RW? Do you anyone knows who RW is? Who is RW? Anyone in the stream chat? Who's the rapper RW? He murdered his own artist. What? But RW did not record the agreed upon rate and instead recorded a defamatory song about Big U, causing Big U and Robinson to travel to Las Vegas to confront him. Henley allegedly drove RW to Las Vegas, shot him in the head and dragged the victim's body off the interstate into the desert and left it in a ditch. Big U returned to Los Angeles with Robinson and ordered studio workers to leave while his associates removed security surveillance footage from the studio. Big U allegedly later ordered witnesses to not speak to law enforcement about RW's murder. Oh my God. To be fair, I'm not surprised, man. When I saw that, when there was that video, what was that video? Remember that interview where Big U responded? I forgot who it was, but when the allegations first came out that people were saying that Big U knew what happened to Nipsey, or maybe was responsible for Nipsey's death. Do you remember the interview that he did on No Jumper when he came on there to kind of clear the air? Listen to him speak, bro. I didn't believe a word that came out of his mouth, but he sounded like somebody that had did things in the past. Very dangerous things, you know? When I saw him on that particular stream, I was like, yo, this guy is like, he's about this life. He's about this life. He has some skeletons in his closet, let's say. He has some, skeletons he's probably buried. Fucking hell. Killing your own artist because they dissed you in a song that likely no one heard is insane. All the witnesses, like, he was running too reckless. Too reckless, bro. Too reckless. Not only did the enterprise expand its power through violence and fear and intimidation, but it also used social media platforms, documentaries, podcasts, and interviews. Big U's reputation and status as an OG, original gangster, to create fame for and stoke fear of Big U Enterprise, its members, and its associates. In furtherance of the enterprise, Big U allegedly submitted a fraudulent application for a COVID-19 pandemic relief loan. So a PPP loan. No, they even got him for that. They're going for a murder and a PPP loan, in which he claimed that Unique Music was operating a $200,000 profit in 2019, despite operating at $5,000 loss, which should have disqualified it from loan eligibility. The enterprise also enriched itself by defrauding donors to non-profit entities under the control of Big U, including Henley's charity, Developing Options. No, you have to be I'm sorry, but you have to be a real idiot to give money to Big U, to Big U's charity. You know that money ain't going to the fucking charity. You know what I mean? You're basically flushing your money down the drain. You're lighting on fire. Why the hell would you give Big U money? Like, I'm not trusting any charity that comes from a gang. No way. No way, shape or form. I'd rather give it to a person on the street. I'm not gonna lie, and let them have some fun. Developing Options, a Hyde Park-based non-profit. Big U marketed Developing Options as giving Los Angeles youth an alternative choice to gang violence. It's hilarious, bro. I doing all this stuff while you're also running an organized crime gang. It's fucking incredible. I'm not gonna lie. I quite rate the flagrancy of this, man. Running a charity, giving disadvantaged youths an option out of gang violence, but also being the head of a gang and committing murders under the furtherance of that gang is wild. Allegedly, of course. Drugs and violence. Big U Enterprise allegedly used it as a front to fraudulent purposes and to insulate its members from suspicion by law enforcement. So they stole donations, they committed fraud, they just did too much stuff, man. Too much stuff. Surprised they didn't go down earlier. If this is good, they probably got away with a bunch of stuff before that. If they've only been investigated for the last 4 years, there's probably stuff they did before the 4 years that is pretty mad. This is probably why Bricc Baby speaks the way he speaks, isn't it? Because he's part of like, they were doing stuff. They were doing dirt. They were putting that work in. This is not some like Instagram thing, you know? Shit. Big U allegedly embezzled large donations that celebrities and award-winning companies made to Developing Options, which Big U immediately converted to personal bank account. According to the complaint, Developing Options is primarily funded through the City of Los Angeles Mayor's Office through the Gang Reduction Youth Program. Foundation. Portions of this, which receive federal funding, but also receive donations from prominent sources, including NBA. Yo, wow. So this is how they extort players then. I wonder if this is part of the extortion. Instead of paying the money directly to them, you pay it through a charity that these gang members set up in order to kind of, stem knife crime, whatever. There's also run in accordance with, local governments and stuff and states, because they also want to work in conjunction with these gang leaders to maybe stem the rising crime, bring it down and shit, help their ability to be re-elected. This goes deep, bro. The tentacles run deep. deep. A lot of people that probably haven't been arrested also profited from this, to be fair to Big U. A bunch of people probably in whatever, you know, town hall, local government probably also benefit a lot from, you know, running this whole scheme. The Rico charges Big U and his associates reflect a pattern of crime that runs the gambit of extortion to tax evasion, all under the umbrella of well-organized criminal organization led by Henley. Los Angeles, additionally, Mr. Big U allegedly duped the county of Los Angeles by running a charitable organization that promoted anti-gang solutions while continuing criminal activity that directly contrary to the charity. IRS and CI is proud to partner with a fellow law enforcement organization to investigate these criminal organizations. From day one, the Los Angeles Police Department has been proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with the FBI in this critical investigation. The invaluable enterprise provided by the operations of South Bureau FBI task of the Rolling 60s criminal street gang has played a pivotal role in securing these charges. This is a major step forward in our ongoing fight against gang violence, and it brings hope and relief to the community that endured it far too long. Together, we will continue to protect and serve, working tirelessly to ensure the safety of our neighborhoods. God Almighty. Criminal complaint and indictments contain allegations. All defendants are pursuing internal. If convicted, Big U could face a statutory maximum sentence of life in federal prison. If Robinson and Martin face a statutory maximum of 20 years in prison. The FBI Metropolitan Task Force of Violent assistant 20 years. Life in prison for Big U and possibly 20 years for everybody else, I guess. God Almighty. What an absolute horror show. What an absolute horror show. Wow. Bricc Baby went down. No Jumper News, No Jumper Reddit is going to be on fire right now. No Jumper Reddit is going to be on absolute fire right now, considering this news. Yeah, there's Big U with Nipsey Hussle. So people are alleging that he might have been involved in Nipsey Hussle's death, which is probably why they use this picture. God Almighty. What? Shaquille O'Neal, is he involved in this as well? Did he contribute money to the charity? Big U allegedly defrauded companies and donors and athletes, including professional basketball player Draymond Green, former NBA player Shaquille O'Neal, persuading them to donate to his charities and later allegedly transfer the money to his own bank account. Authorities have also accused Henley of fraudulently obtaining funding from gang reduction development. So I wonder, did Shaq and Draymond Green snitch, or did they find out that they got scammed through their investigation? I'm wondering. I'm curious to know what exactly happened there. Wow, Bricc Baby got wrapped up, bro. Bricc Baby got wrapped up. What a crazy situation. Live reaction here, courtesy of the Agostino Zinga show. Thank you so much to ANSN for fucking alerting me of this news. This is pretty flipping crazy. It's happening right now in real time as I'm talking to you at 6 p.m. here in the UK. Pretty insane. Bricc Baby got locked up. Bricc Baby has been locked up. Pretty wild, considering everything I've been seeing play out in recent, times with the whole Nipsey Hussle situation, Big Sam, and that whole situation with the marathon burgers. Wow, man. Wow. And also just the prominence, I feel like recently, there's been a real trend of all these West Coast platforms popping up over the last few months. And now it seems like a lot of them are probably going to have to revise how they go about doing things, or maybe chill out on some of the drama, because, Big U got wrapped up in a very serious Rico case that could potentially have him locked up in prison for life. For fucking life. And at his big age, at 60 plus years old, to be locked up in prison is just fucking crazy. It really is fucking crazy. Like, I can't really emphasize that more than enough, mate. It's absolutely insane that Big U is getting locked up like this. It really is. But, I guess he has no one to blame but himself in this current situation, given everything that's been going on. But I'll be curious to see what they're going to be saying on No Jumper News regarding Bricc Baby's arrest. And I'm curious to also see what other people within the LA community will end up saying when this news develops and we hear some more information. But Jesus Christ, bro. Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon, Big U, wrapped up. Okay, that's Vay. Vay is that guy there. So these are the three main people they're saying. Big U, Bear Claw, and Vay. To be fair, I don't really see Bear Claw and Vay on social too much. Big U is more of the prominent figure. But yeah, mad situation all around. Mad situation all around. But I guess they only have themselves to blame.